What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here. Today we're looking at the brand new Jakks specific 2.5-inch Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie action figures. So this is the smaller line for their movie figures. We've had these before when the second movie was getting merchandise, but now we have brand new ones for the third movie. Except this time Tails isn't part of this set, so maybe there might be a second wave or Tails might come in a bundle set or a play set. Don't know anything yet, but here's the small little packaging. So they are getting like individual releases here, but here is Sonic, and they do actually look a lot different than the ones we got before, right? So you can definitely tell Sonic has like a new expression, but the packaging kind of looks similar to the back of the packaging for the 5-inch figures, really. And then we have the Jakks specific logo there, and then here's just the side. There's the logo again. There's that, and then the bottom, of course, is just gonna be the barcode, right? And then the back pretty much just shows what you're getting here. So there's Sonic. We got the logo up there, and then of course the rest to collect. So Robotnik, Shadow, and Knuckles. Here is Knuckles right here, and then here is the back right here, and then here we have Shadow. And then here is the back of the packaging for Shadow. And then finally we got Dr. Robotnik right here. And then here is the back of the packaging. Okay, so here's the figures out of their packaging. So if you still own the 2.5-inch figures from the second movie, these aren't going to be much of a difference. You'll definitely know what you're getting into. Same scaling, articulation, really. The only difference, at least for Sonic, Knuckles, and Robotnik, really, they just have a new head sculpt. But Shadow is, of course, the newest addition here, since he is the newest character in the third movie. So I'll get in straight into the comparisons for these. So I'll start off with Sonic. So here is a closer look at how Sonic is. So you can see Sonic has like more of a happy expression here. And then I'll just grab the one from the second movie where he was like a little, a little bit more serious this time, I would say, right? And then you can see like instead of both hands, having like the gripping hands here, this one, it's kind of like more open this time. But the big difference really here is the head sculpt. So Sonic just has a different head sculpt, and where the top of his nose is, it's not painted fully blue compared to this one right here, but everything else is pretty much about the same. They still do have peg holes at the bottom of their feet right here, and then here's like just a side view, and then here is just the back right here, right? Still about the same, and then just the other side, right? So yeah, that's pretty much that for Sonic, right? And articulation is still also the same, head turn, arms move back and forth, hinge to the shoulder, right? Rotation, legs go back and forth, and rotation. So yeah, same articulation, really. Oh, another thing I've noticed is the stomach. I forgot that it doesn't have like, that little cut right there compared to this one right here. So yeah, this one's just like completely round. But yeah, the big difference here with this figure is, the stomach, the head sculpt, and then it also has the open hand on the left side. So yeah, that is your comparison for the new Sonic figure. Here is Knuckles right here. And this one, I really like this head sculpt a whole lot more compared to the old one right here. He looks a little bit more angrier this time, and I actually like the eyes here on this one as well. The moon symbol on his chest is a little bit more centered compared to this one, and it doesn't look as faded either. The only thing is that I didn't really get a good copy because you can see like this is painted red instead of it being silver. There's actually a little bit more details at the bottom of the shoes, as you can see. Still got the peg holes, and then here's just a side view. Everything else is about the same. They all still got like the fur texture around the figure, right? And here's the other side. The hands is also about the same. They look about the same. Now of course Shadow is a first time in the line here. This is our first ever 2.5-inch movie Shadow figure. The expression is about the same as the 5-inch figure, and I want to say the same for Sonic actually. But yeah, not so bad here. I really did like the 5-inch Shadow figure, so this is going to be a cool addition, for your 2.5-inch collection, especially since, you know, even if you still have like tails, you can add shadow there. So that's pretty nice. Still got the fur on his chest right here, the lines to the side, the inhibitor rings, the shoes. The inhibitor rings is painted a little bit better on this figure. Here's the bottom of the shoes right there. Peg holes as well. He also has a fisted hand and then a gripping hand here on the other side. But yeah, that is Shadow. Now here is Dr. Robotnik. I think this one has like a more of a realistic look to him a little bit compared to this one, but I do like the skin tone more on the new one, honestly. But I think it's just because that was kind of the same way with the 5-inch figure. When I compared that to the 4-inch figure, the skin tone was just a little bit different. I'm leaning a little bit more on the head sculpt for this one. I don't know, you guys can let me know about that. But the big difference really is pretty much just the head sculpt. Articulation is still the same. I didn't go over Shadow or Knuckles, but again, they all have the same articulation, you know, rotation to the head, arms move back and forth, hinge to the shoulders. The only thing is that Robotnik can barely move his legs to go forward and back. It's not too bad though, and you can rotate them. But yeah, that's the only big difference with the Robotnik figure. The hands still look about the same too. You know, here's the back, right? And then the side. And then I don't know if I showed the bottom. But yeah, they're also pretty similar. The cool thing about the Shadow figure is that because he got the gripping hand, you are able to have him hold on to a gun, which is really cool. Of course, that was the first thing I'm going to think of because of that. But no, it does look kind of cool though. I do actually like this. Alright, now for a comparison, this time I threw in the movie Tales figure and then the drone figure that came in that multi-pack for the second movie. I thought I would do this just to give you an idea of how all of these figures, you know, look next to each other. And it's kind of cool seeing Tails here just because, you know, Tails didn't really get a new figure just yet. But yeah, you know, not so bad right here. I can do some more comparisons for Shadow. You know, I can just throw in, you know, the older Sonic figure if you want to see how that is, right? I kind of still like that head sculpt there, you know, for the older Sonic. I can take out Robotnik, right? I can throw in just the regular 2.5-inch Shadow figure if you want to see how that is right there. So that one is actually, or the movie one's a lot taller. And then I'll take Sonic out. I can throw in like Super Sonic if you want to see how that is. So that's the Super Sonic figure that came in that Death Egg playset, I want to say. Yeah, I think that was it right there. And then I'll take away these two just to add some more characters. Here is just a regular Amy figure, and then just a regular Rouge figure right here. So yeah, and they still don't really look too bad right there. Here's another comparison right here, just showing how the 5-inch Robotnik figure looks next to the 2.5-inch and then the 4-inch figures. I think the 4-inch figures still look a little bit better for the 5-inch figure. The 2.5-inch, I think they're a little too small, but you know, if you use just the 4-inch Robotnik figure, you know, for the second movie, they don't really look too bad here. Even though I really do like the 5-inch just a lot more though. I just think that one looks just a whole lot better, honestly. Alright, so that is going to wrap it up here on the Jakks specific 2.5-inch Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie action figures. So if you want to know where I got these, I was able to get them at Walmart. But let me know, what are your thoughts on these in the comments down below. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until then, take care, my friends.